Monsters, 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 monsters. It's October, better known as ADHD Awareness Month. Now, I know, we're all scared of people with ADHD. Even I am sometimes, and I'm brave. They're ferocious predators with razor-sharp mouths, and they feel no remorse. They feel no emotion at all. They only feel hungry and sleepy sometimes. They're stronger than God combined with a medium-sized cat. They'll take your eyeballs out and then they'll hit you with a brick. So it's important to learn how to avoid and be prepared for their attacks. Here's what you need to know. People with ADHD are immortal and they can't be neutralized due to their thick plated skin and regenerative properties. Though you can avoid an encounter by covering yourself in mud to mask your scent. If you see a person with ADHD, do not move at all. Stay very still. Make a low humming sound and try to lower your heart rate. If they see you, I don't know what happens, but you could try just pointing in all directions. This will make them uncomfortable and confused, which might get them to leave. And never look them in the eyes. They will eat your dreams. So remember, if you are attacked by a person with ADHD, you will die. Now that I've spread awareness, I'm gonna teach you how you can be prepared for some other monster attacks. Splinter Man is a deranged, deformed, paranormal monster that wanders the various woodlands of Europe and Asia. He wasn't always the Splinter Man. He used to be... Hang on. It'll stop eventually. This happens sometimes. Okay. He used to be just a normal evil guy named Gregor, but he wanted to become immortal, so he did black magic and human sacrifices to do that. And it worked! He got turned into a tree-type guy. He became partially made of wood. Wow, that's so cool! He gained all the powers of a tree, so he started eating people. But that was kind of annoying. And the people in the villages were getting a bit hot under the collar by all his pesky monkey business. So they thought, this guy is a tree-type guy. What can kill a tree? Aha! A wood chipper! Oh man, but we're in the late 1880s right now, and wood chippers have been invented by Peter Jensen in 1884. But they're new and not widely available yet. Guess we'll just have to use fire or a chainsaw, which was invented in 1832 by German orthopedist Bernhard Heine. It was originally called the osteotome, and it was used primarily for medical purposes. For that reason, a more common method of cutting large pieces of wood during this time period would be a large circular or bandsaw. And that worked pretty well, so he stopped attacking that village. Here's some ways you can avoid a Splinter Man encounter. He tends not to go near water because he's a tree-type guy and he's sort of made of wood. So if he got wet, it would absorb into his skin and he'd get all squishy, and he doesn't like that. So stay near water. And also, Splinter Man isn't scared of many things. Only one thing, Bigfoot. So keep a Bigfoot around. Well, that's all you can do for Splinter Man. Sorry. Let's do another monster now. Vampires. Vampires are immortal supernatural beings that appear human but can transform into sinister-looking creatures with brilliant glowing eyes and fangs. Vampires can be killed with a wooden stake or fire. Having a fire burning will repel them too, so that's why I always keep my stove on. They keep leaving me these little post-it notes that say, "Turn off the stove." But I know what they're doing. I'm not gonna turn my stove off. One thing about vampires is they can't come into your home without being invited. The fire from my stove keeps most of them out, but sometimes they'll try to be sneaky and they'll show up and say that they're the fire department or the natural gas emergency division. But that's a lie. I know they're vampires. I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna let them in, and I'm not gonna turn my stove off. Werewolves are humans who have been infected with a virus and contracted what's known as werewolf syndrome. The symptoms are turning into a wolf. You can kill a werewolf with any silver weapon, but you shouldn't, because they're still people, sort of. So you'll go to jail for murder. But the convenient thing about werewolves is that they all have autism. So however you would repel an autistic person, do the... Same for werewolves. They get overstimulated by crowds and bright lights and loud noises. That's why I don't turn off that really loud flashing alarm that's been going off all the time. It gives me a really bad headache, but so far I haven't had a single werewolf encounter, and I think that's pretty good. If none of those methods work, what you can do is keep around a jar of fairies. And then you throw the fairies onto the werewolf, and it'll distract them so you can get away while he's distracted with the fairies. So a kraken is kind of like a normal octopus, but I'm more scared of it. I'm terrified, that's why I don't go out to sea. Honestly, if you go out to sea, you deserve whatever happens to you. To avoid a kraken, all you have to do is not go where a kraken is. If for some reason you do go where a kraken is, to kill it you'll need 4 things. Horses, poison, a catapult, a kraken, a big rock, horses, a catapult, and a catapult. The big rock is to kill the horses. You'll then fill those dead horses up with poison and catapult them into the water near where the kraken is. So it'll eat the horses and die from the poison inside. Next monster is Trevor time. Let's go into Trevor and take it away, Trover.
Hi, it's Trevor time. Did you know that earlier in the video, Katie made a mistake? She said the chainsaws were invented in 1832, when everybody knows they were actually invented in 1830. That's a 2-year difference. Other than that, everything she said was 100% factually accurate based on the sources that we read. This fact check is brought to you by still no sponsor, but you could like our video and subscribe to our channel and ring the little bell, and that will help us get a sponsor so that we could bring you more high quality videos with great information in them for you to learn about. Thank you.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Ghosts! So ghosts, my hands feel weird. It feels like there's meat on them. What the heck? Ghosts can be anything. They could be an old person. They could be an old man walking down the stairs, or a fish. Or they could be like a baby pushing a stroller with an adult in the stroller. And that could just be one ghost. Ghosts don't play by the rules. So ancient Romans believed that if you carried around a phallic object, it would protect you from hauntings. Ghosts enter people through their, how do I put this? Erect throbbing member. You know, your love muscle, your virile masculinity, your f***ing of So if you carry around a banana or something, the ghost will get confused and it'll haunt the banana instead of your ding dong. I was talking about a penis, by the way. A ghost can be killed with a gun that shoots fast. What? What just happened? Another way to kill a ghost is with a gun that shoots fast. Ghosts are made of mist and sadness. They're not made of meat. Unlike my freaking hands. Next up is gnomes. You can't kill a gnome, but that's okay. It's a gnome. They're not gonna try to attack you. They're only gonna annoy you slightly. When I looked up how to avoid a gnome, it says that you can't. And it also said that gnomes are dirty fascists and so are sheeps. I looked it up and that's what it said. Next up is gnomes. Gnomes are surprisingly easy to kill. They're weak like a kitten. So I'm thinking I'll put gnomes in C tier. The US government says it's illegal to kill a Sasquatch. It's also illegal to steal things. And it's illegal to hit someone with your car unless it's at a protest in some states. And it's illegal to paint something that doesn't belong to you. And it's illegal to buy milk from a cow. And it's illegal to... South Park follows the misadventures of 4 irreverent grade schoolers in the quiet, dysfunctional town of South Park, Colorado. The curious, adventure-seeking group of 10-year-old 4th grade boys, Kyle, Stan, Cartman, and Kenny, all join in on buffoonish adventures that sometimes involve nothing. Fairies is small guys, so you could put them in a blender. I don't know. Bug spray? Or a glue trap? You could hit them with a newspaper. They're small like bugs, so you could kill them like a bug. You could kill them like putting them in the mail. Or you could kill them... the hammer. Or you could shooting them out of a cannon. Remember that from the last video? Now that's a Katie call. I forgot what I was gonna say. What? I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, I'm done with the video. I'm done. There's meat on my hands. I hate this meat. Why is this what I'm made out of? I'm posting the video.